Hello guys, welcome to RK's Academy. Today we're gonna talk about JavaScript. So I'm Rahat Khan and I'm gonna be your instructor. So let's get started. In this lecture, we're gonna answer 4 questions. 1. What is JavaScript? 2. What can you do with JavaScript? 3. Where does JavaScript code runs? And 4. JavaScript versus ECMAScript. So let's tackle the first question. What is JavaScript? JavaScript is a programming language and it is one of the most popular programming languages in the world right now. In today's day and age, 98% of websites uses some form of JavaScript. Big companies such as Facebook, Google, Netflix, PayPal, LinkedIn uses JavaScript in their stack. So you can understand the importance of JavaScript in the world of programming. Now, by learning JavaScript, you can become a front-end developer or a back-end developer or a full-stack developer who has knowledge of both the front-end and the back-end. Now, on to the second question. What can you do with JavaScript? Well, JavaScript was invented to make websites interactive. In the past, JavaScript code could only be run inside of a browser. That's why making anything outside of a browser was quite impossible. But today, thanks to some big companies such as Facebook and Google, we can make mobile applications, web applications, real-time networking applications, command line tools, and even video games using JavaScript. So we can see that JavaScript has become quite versatile. So it is an important language to learn in the programming world. Now, let's tackle the third question. Where does JavaScript code runs? As I mentioned before, in the past, JavaScript code could only be run inside of a browser because these browsers have something called a JavaScript engine. And this JavaScript engine is a program which can parse JavaScript code and can run it, right? So the Chrome browser's JavaScript engine is called the V8. And the Edge browser also uses this same V8 engine. It was invented by Google. Now, Firefox uses something different, which is called SpiderMonkey. And the Opera browser uses the Blink engine in combination with Google's V8 engine. Now, these JavaScript engines in the past was the only program that could parse JavaScript code. But in 2009, a very smart programmer named Ryan Dahl embedded this Google's V8 engine with a C++ library to make Node.js. Using Node.js, we can run JavaScript code outside of a browser. So we don't need a browser anymore to run JavaScript. Now, on to the final question. JavaScript versus ECMAScript. What is ECMAScript? ECMAScript is a specification, a set of rules which JavaScript has to follow. And JavaScript is a programming language which follows the specifications or the set of rules provided by ECMAScript. Now, ECMA is an organization which was founded in 1997 to provide structure to JavaScript. So the first major version of ECMAScript came in 1997, which was called ES1, which is short for ECMAScript 1. And after that, each consecutive year, ECMA released a small update to this ECMAScript version. But in 2015, something special happened. ECMA released their most major version yet, ECMAScript 6, which was such an overhaul to the language that all the developers had to relearn JavaScript because it provided so many features that it changed the whole JavaScript landscape. After ES6, ECMA continued to release small consecutive updates to this ES6 version of JavaScript. Today, the latest version of ECMAScript is ES14. Alright, enough theory. Now let's go and check out some JavaScript code. So we know that each browser has its own implementation of a JavaScript engine which can be used to run JavaScript code. Now I want you to open your Google Chrome browser And after that, I want you to right click and select inspect. After you click inspect, a tab will pop up just like this one, and here I want you to select console. So this is where we can write our JavaScript code. For development, this is not sufficient. As we move through the course, we will learn the proper ways of how to develop a JavaScript software. But for now, we can use the console to see some JavaScript outputs. So first, I'm going to write something here. I'm going to write console.log. Don't worry, you won't understand this right now, but as we move through the course, you will understand all of it. Then I'm going to do a single quote, and then I'm going to write hello world. And then I'm going to do another single quote, and then I'm going to close the bracket. After I hit enter, it's going to output hello world, which I wrote inside the first quotations. Now, if you want, you can do all sorts of mathematical operations here. So if I write 5 plus 5, it will give an output of 10. If I write 5 divided by 5, it will give an output of 1. So you can do all kinds of mathematical operations. Now, if I do something different, if I write alert and say, suppose, hello, right? Then something special will happen. If I press enter, we'll see a pop-up saying hello, right? Which we wrote inside the first quotation. So JavaScript is a very fun language. In the next lecture, we're going to set up our developer environment.